Hello?
Hi, honey. Yeah, so I just heard from the realtor, and she said that we need to sign some release of liability paperwork before we view that house we wanted to look at.
She did.
Right.
What?
Okay, bye.
All right. What? Hey guys, I'm Nick,
And I'm Bethany.
and this is our crazy life.
Okay, so that was a little dramatic, but it is a true story. All of those events happened when we found this house. It was 3 years ago that we found and purchased the house. That first year, we were just living in it and renovating. And then we moved in 2 years ago and have just been living in the renovation. We've gotten a lot done, but there's still so much to do. And we're going to take you guys along for the ride. But first, do you want to see what we've done so far?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so this is the entryway, and some things that we've done in here is we painted the walls. They had this really nasty carpet that was just wore out that went here and then up the stairs, and we ripped all that out. We refinished the flooring. We changed the light fixture. We ripped out the ceiling. That's where we're at with the entryway, and we will keep carrying on.
So this room is the dining room. It was a horrible burgundy and dark mustard color. And I actually gave this room a little makeover while Nick was gone away on business. I just painted everything white and put up some wallpaper. A couple of friends came over to help, and it was a fun little couple day project. But we had to tear out the ceiling to do a bunch of wiring.
This is the dinette. We bought this house and we weren't done with the kitchen. So how did we go during the renovation of the kitchen without a kitchen?
Well, when we bought this house, it had this weird little kitchen that you could barely turn around in, and it had a lot of damage, and it needed to be torn off and completely rebuilt. So we knew we were getting into a serious renovation right off the bat. And since we were living in our old house for the first part of the kitchen renovation, it was fine. But after we moved here, there was still 9 months that we were without a kitchen. We didn't have running water to do the dishes. We had to go upstairs and get 5-gallon buckets and bring them down and fill up a utility sink to do the dishes. And I was using a hot plate and a crock pot and a toaster oven to make our meals. And honestly, the first month was probably the hardest, as we were just getting used to living that way and figuring out our processes to make it more convenient. But it was a hard time, not gonna lie.
All right, guys, so this is the new kitchen, and I mean, it's all brand new. So we did everything: the flooring, the cabinets, the tile. So this is all mosaic tile here. We built the exhaust hood. It's a pretty great kitchen. It's a lot better than the dining room.
Bathroom number 1. Bathroom number 2. Bathroom number 3. Cypress, what are you doing down there?
Mom said I can be right here.
This is the living room. When we first moved in, this room was very beige, and all of this molding, the picture frame molding, had really obnoxious wallpaper in it that we didn't love. So we just tore all of that out, painted everything white. We love the light blue ceiling. And if you remember me talking about the plaster picture frame, that was up here, and we scraped it off and just made that a flat wall, and we added sconces, and we have our projector and projector screen that comes down. It was sort of us finding a happy medium because I didn't want to have a TV above the fireplace and he did. So now we have a projector screen that comes down and it's very convenient. We use this space all the time. This is where our family hangs out for the most part. We love being around the fireplace, and the girls and I do our homeschool in this room during the cold months because I'll show you the solarium in a minute, but during the winter it is too cold to be in there, so we just use it for, actually come in here and I'll show you. It's not cute right now because we just keep our firewood in here and we have Christmas boxes that we haven't put away, but this room is awesome in the summer. I fill it up with plants and we do a lot of creating in here. It's a great room. It's just, we need to insulate it and change out the windows and things like that. So there you have that.
Come on in, guys. This is the library. This is where me smoke my pipe.
Me smoke my pipe?
Go back. Come on in, guys. This is the library. This is probably my favorite room in the house. It has all the original woodwork in here. We did repaint the ceiling, redo the hardwood floors. We added some accent lights above the library shelves.
So, tell the people about the history of our home.
Yeah, so I could go into a ton of detail on this.
Keep it short.
I'm going to keep it short for you. Okay, so the house was built in 1932. It was originally owned by a doctor and his wife at the time. They later had 3 children that grew up in the house, and they owned the house until 2013. So almost the entire life of this house was lived in by the same family. The doctor originally saw a house identical to this in Chicago and really liked it and fell in love with it. So when he came to Marshalltown to practice medicine, he hired the architect to actually come down and redesign the same house. So yeah, it's really cool knowing the history of the house, and that's as far as what I know. We are fortunate enough that we've been in contact with the daughters of the original owner and really enjoy our conversations back and forth with them and just sharing what we're doing to the house.
They are 2 little old ladies now living in Indiana.
Illinois.
So that's our main floor, and there's still a lot more. Let's go check it out. So here we have, we'll go down to the mudroom. It's not finished, but it was a way for us to connect the main house to the garage, and it works. So we still have a lot of stuff to do in this room. We're gonna eventually paint the walls and tile the floor, and then build some sort of shelving. Okay, so this basement it's new. So this wasn't here when we built the kitchen. This is under the kitchen. We dug out a full-size basement, and this is kind of a family room. So it's where we hang out, play video games. This used to be a wall here. First off, we had a company come through and like cut all this out. This was the original foundation. It's thick. It's like 12 inches thick. So today they're like 8 inches thick. So a lot thicker. They did things right back then. This is under the foyer upstairs, and it is, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it was used for. I think originally there was a bar like right there, and they used to have parties down here, which is pretty cool. Currently the wood shop. It will eventually be a family room, but there we go. This room right here. Were you gonna kiss me?
No,
Oh.
I would never.
How do you design, like mesh the style of our design and the history of the house and the design characteristics that were around that time frame?
Yes, so this is definitely a different style of house than our last house. and we kind of like found our groove with each other's style in the last house, but then moving here we had to not only mesh our styles together but also mesh in with the rest of the house. And I feel like we really value honoring the house's history but also making it our own and putting our own touches on it. So that just comes down to making some judgment calls. Sometimes there's something about the house that we just can't stand. For example, above our fireplace, there was this really ornate plaster, like a picture frame thing. Why are you putting that in my face? There was like a picture frame plaster situation, and I just couldn't deal with it. He didn't like it either, and we scraped that sucker off. By we, I mean me. This is what started out as the girls' room. All three girls were sleeping in here. We had a triple bunk bed going on, but in recent days, we've been doing a little bit of bedroom switcheroo. This is just Cypress's room right now, but we threw some paint up on the wall here and made this room feel a little bit more cohesive for them so that they would have a cozy place to be while the rest of the house is just kind of in upheaval.
Ooh,
Oh, hey, what are you doing?
reading.
Where are we at?
My room.
This room here is the original master bedroom to the house.
Welcome to the new master bedroom. Nothing to see here. All right, let's go check out the master bathroom. So this was a sewing room. It was just a little room. Nothing great about it. I guess it was a great place to sew since it was a sewing room. But this is kind of where we're at. We ripped everything out, re-insulated, rewired, made it so that it could be a bathroom. So I don't know. We'll go into a lot more detail on this another time. All right, one more room to show you. Let's go. It's the attic. And it needs a lot of work. There's zero insulation in the roof, which, you know, being here in the Midwest, that's a big deal. So we lose all of our heat out of here. But this is it. It's really cool. We got the rustic knotty pine. We got a hole in the floor. We've got storage. Eventually, this is going to be another cool family space. One of the cool facts about this attic up here is that the original owners, the daughters, when they were younger, anytime the parents had parties, the kids would come up here, and this is where they would stay. It's also where they'd put all the guest coats, which seems kind of weird that they would. Ow. It's also where they put the guests' coats, which seems kind of weird that they would like haul them up 2 flights of stairs to store them when they could easily do it into a guest bedroom. But from what I understand, the kids would like come up here and try on everybody's coats and hats and stuff, which that just seems like so much fun. What a good memory.
Hey guys, thank you for visiting our house. I hope you can come back soon. I hope you enjoyed this. And Daddy, what about subscribing?